Let's break this card. Hey guys, so I just recently ended up decided that I wanted to go ahead and make the video that I had promised you guys about a couple of days ago, that I had a brand new combo that absolutely utilizes Mystic Mine absolutely perfectly. And I wanted to show you guys what this combo pertained to and what it required to actually get set up. So first off, you actually have to have a established Mystic Mine. Your opponent has to have at least just one monster on board. Everything else can be completely abused. So let's go ahead and show you the requisites. You need a Pandemonium, 2 Prank Kid monsters, and a Pranks. Now, you can set this up so that eventually you draw into the Pranks. However, eventually you do run out of Pandemoniums and you will need to go ahead and recycle stuff. And Pranks end up becoming that piece that's really necessary. So normally the way I pull this combo off is if I already have an established Pranks and Mystic Mine, it ends up winning the game a lot easier. So what is the abusable combo with Prank Kids? So let me go ahead. I want to show you. This gets around Nibiru. This gets around most decks that have more than one monster, because they won't be able to actually attack and you're going to be consistently hitting them. And when you end up pulling off this combo right here, you will be consistently hitting them for at least 1,000, burning them for 5, and then depending on which other Prank Kid monster you have, it could be sending a card, drawing a card, or gaining 1,000. I do like these 3 as the setup because it ends up winning the game a lot quicker. So first off, we Pandemonium, use the 2 Prank Kid monsters to summon Rocket. Now we go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3. We want to go ahead and do this. Normally, actually, I like to go 1, 2, 3. That way the Rocket won't get negated. And we can just consistently keep hitting them. But we will not be summoning off of these 2 Prank Kid monsters, and that's very important because we're actually going to have exactly 4 summons. This will get around Nibiru, so your opponent would not able to be out this as a consistent option. So then you go into battle phase, attack them directly for 1,000. Main phase 2, you're going to activate Rocket, tribute, target the 2 Prank Kid monsters used for the fusion summon. Then you're going to link them off into Dodo Doodle Doo here. Now the reason that this is very important is because we don't want to go over 4 summons. That way they can't Nibiru you and shut down the Mystic Mine. And then you're going to activate Dodo Doodle Doo, search for the Pandemonium, activate the second effect, tribute. We're going to target the 2 Prank Kid monsters in hand. We're going to set the Pandemonium. This is the reason why we're setting the Pandemonium is in case the opponent has an ability to out your board. You're going to be able to just get be able to still go Washer and protect your stuff. So then we go into end phase. We activate Pranks. We put these back into the deck, and this back into the deck, and we're back to where we started. And every single turn, you just go ahead and do that combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every turn, you're going to be getting 1 extra card in hand, and eventually you'll start discarding. Obviously, there is a chance of decking out, so if you consistently keep doing this, your best bet would actually be to go ahead and just keep drawing what you need and discarding excess Prank Kid cards until you feel like you have enough missing out of deck where you can just, instead of going for this full combo, you just target 3 of the Prank Kid cards shuffled back, draw 1, and then discard 2. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to make sure that we have full control of what our opponent is playing. And by not letting them activate monster effects or attack, it ends up letting you utilize it to the best of your abilities. Now, there is one thing. If they summon Borrelsword, you're just going to be burning them for 500 and consistently doing this over and over again until you feel like you can get far enough into the game to force your opponent out of playing it. Also, he's going to have to Borrelsword, switch your rocket into defense, you still do the full combo, and you're just going to sit there and burn them for 5 over and over again. Now, what is the requisites that ends up losing to this? Obviously, if you Twin Twister and hit the Pandemonium and Mystic Mine, you're going to get straight up lost in this. However, as time goes on, you're going to end up accumulating more than one Pandemonium, and you're always going to have at least one in deck. So by the time that your opponent ends up managing to draw the out, you're sitting there and gaining advantage every turn. This could include anything from just drawing into an instant fusion, drawing into a plan, drawing into a Fanzy, stuff that lets you set up for anything your opponent has during their next turn. And it's crazy because I don't see a lot of this combo anywhere, but it absolutely wins games right away. Other than that, I know that it hasn't been much of a combo video. I did promise that it would change how Mystic Mine is viewed in this deck. And honestly, this does, when I figured this combo out, this small Mystic Mine combo, I was incredibly astonished by how much Mystic Mine can be abused in this deck. Like, you can just sit on Mystic Mine and do absolutely nothing for turns and still be profiting off of it because of pranks, because of Pandemonium, and your opponent won't be able to respond to it. Obviously, there is a couple of ways to get around it other than the Twin Twister, the Cosmic Cyclones, yada, yada, yada. There's also, you know, the Orcust cards that end up just sitting there and getting free renewal. However, it forces your opponent to have to actually have responses to what you're playing, and it's pretty easy. Other than that, you know, I really like this deck. I really think that there are more abusable combos in the future, and I'll be working on trying to find them and making this deck anyways better. Other than that, this is Prank Kid Duelist, trying to make rogue decks meta. I hope you have a wonderful day.